MMA Marks! Buddy! DJ! Let's go! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! MMA Marks in the building! Buddy and DJ! Buddy and DJ! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! MMA Marks in the building! Feel the way! Feel the way! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! Let's go! Yeah, welcome to the cage, welcome to the noise. Buddy on the mic, TJ with the voice. Brain in the heart, we don't need a choice. We stand on our takes, we live with the voice. No safe bets, no ducking the smoke. We call it how it is, every word we spoke. From the prelim wars to the title. Hope we don't write tricks, we break your skull. Hands up high when the beat hit heavy. Crowd get loud when the bass get ready. This ain't casual talk, this is fight night energy. MMA Marks is a right. Today don't play no, we pick a side. Win or lose, we let it ride. Brain or heart, we decide inside. Then we stand on it, no place to hide. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. MMA Marks in the building. Buddy and TJ. Buddy and TJ. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. MMA Marks in the building. Feel the way. Feel the way. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Let's go. Yeah, buddy, bring the fire. TJ, bring the facts. One, read the numbers. One, feel the impact. If it's real in the case, then it's real in the chat. No filter, no polish. We snap where we at. Hero or ass, what we call that clean. Somebody loves somebody obscene. That's how it go when the fight fancy. No fake debate on adrenaline. Every card, every round, every swing. We locked in tight when the sirens ring. MMA Marks in the whole place sing. This shit is show, this a fight night thing. Buddy! Buddy! DJ! TJ! MMA! My Marks! Buddy! DJ! MMA! My Marks! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! MMA Marks in the building! Buddy and TJ! Buddy and TJ! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! MMA Marks in the building! Feel the way! Feel the way! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! Let's go! Sometimes it's brain. Sometimes it's heart. Either way, we stand on it. Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show! MMA Marks in the building. Buddy and TJ! Buddy and TJ! Welcome to the show! Welcome to the
Odin Kush with the raid. Thank you, homie. You're just in time, man. The show's about to start. We talking UFC 324. Paddy versus Gaethje.
Rock your picks. Talk your shit. Let's go.
Oh my God. Then I hit the wrong one. I planned it so much, I need to delete one of the layouts. Welcome, everybody. We are live. 6 weeks, no fucking UFC. We've been dying. But you know what? This feels like a fresh start, new year, new me, new podcast. You know, MMA Marks back, brand new. This is the real official start. The beforehand was a trial. Now we know what direction we want to take. We know we're still fine tuning, but we getting it just right. Now I know that you've been fiending for some fights, TJ, for 6 weeks, and there's been plenty of headlines, but mostly we're worried about, you know, kind of mostly like this week's headlines. What's your biggest headline this week that you got?
Well, yeah, like you said, there's not been much going on. Dana's been pretty quiet, just kind of announcing the White House stuff. Not even anything relevant, to be honest. This week, the big headline is obviously this morning, Cameron Smotherman stepped on the scale, weighed in and like 3 seconds after weighing in, just collapses on stage. He woke up on stage, got back up to his feet, collapsed again, so they had to carry him off. He's gone to the hospital. Last I checked, I think he's doing all right, just very dehydrated. Figueiredo also missed weight, 2 pounds. Umar took the fight though, so that's still going on. Umar's still going to dominate that one, but yeah, Figgy did not look good, dude.
So him collapsing, it happens not often, but it's more common than what probably the average person realizes that don't really watch the UFC. And from your experience and your opinion of watching it, do you think that it's the fighter's fault, or do you think it's the way the commission has it, that they kind of almost encourage this, or do you think it's the fighter just not being dedicated enough and disciplined enough?
So I think it's a mixture of both, but I think it's the opposite of the dedication thing. It's this guy. I think he probably realized last night, sometime 2-3 o'clock in the morning, if I keep cutting, I'm gonna get sick. It's gonna be bad, but I can't miss weight. Either whether it's a paycheck thing or it's him being too prideful to know when to call it quits. But I also think it's a weight bully thing, man. We have people coming down from 180 to fight at 155. We have people fighting who walk around at 240, cutting down at 205, sometimes 185. Look at Paddy. He used to walk around 210, and now he's fighting for what, the 55-pound strap. So it's over in, I think, Thailand, ONE FC has a rehydration rule. You can't rehydrate past a certain amount, and I think that's what we got to start looking at over here, bro. Because every fight card, whether it's a main big pay-per-view fight or just a fight night card, someone's getting pulled off because of weight issues.
Well,
so it's time to start looking around.
I love it. Swayze's in chat saying exactly how I feel. My solution to it, not like we're gonna go into a big debate right now, but fuck cutting weight, man. Originally there was no weight cuts. You know what I mean? Let the big guys fight the small guys, and if the big guys reign supreme, then that's how it is, man. You know, maybe you don't want to get in the octagon with a bigger dude. His hair looks stringy.
Yeah.
So, anything else on that before I move on to my headline?
No, I think we're good. I just hope Smotherman recovers. Prayers up to that guy.
Some of you already know about this. All the UFC online gaming sweats know this. EA is winding down UFC 5. They're sitting there saying that they're going to stop doing updates, stop giving us more, more fighters, more skins for the fighters. But there's a part of me that's like, as soon as I hear that, I'm like, okay, that's typical. Like EA just making us wait longer every year. Now they're going to stop doing this. Are they even going to announce it? I hope that this is the one part where I'm hopeful that they will announce some shit tomorrow during the fights. That would be really tight for us people that love playing the game, man.
Yeah, dude. Shout out TX Punisher came in the Discord like 3 or 4 days ago and was like, yeah, they're revealing the game this weekend. It'll be out in 3 or 4 months. And at first I was like, oh, bullshit. But now this is happening, and we're kind of getting around that time. The White House card's coming up. UFC 6 might drop that week, dude. And this is their final straw. I've bought every game up until 5, and I've already said I'm not pre-ordering this one. I'm going to let you guys play it. I'm going to watch. I'm going to see if I like it.
But if they have a White House venue,
that's pretty sick.
It'd be hard not to buy it, right?
Bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of us are feeling the same way. Like UFC 4 to UFC 5, I was hopeful and excited. Now I'm hopeful and dreading it. I'm like, I don't even want to see this game. I don't even want to play it because I don't care what nobody says. Everybody was mad at me because I was so early on about how bad UFC 5 was. Now it's universally hated as the worst one. You know?
Yep.
And I
broken mechanics, everything.
Yeah. So I know there wasn't too many like crazy headlines going on. Did you have any more you wanted to mention, or just the one you got with the Cameron, the dude that collapsed?
Actually, there's one off the top of my head. Yesterday at the press conference, some random guy, I've never seen him before, asked Dana about Derek Lewis on the White House card, because Derek had been saying online, if I want on that card, I'm going to get on that card. Dana's response was great. He said that Trump loves Derek Lewis, and if Derek Lewis wants it, he's on the card. I don't know if you remember one time after Derek Lewis fought, Trump was like spam calling Dana and wanted to talk to Derek Lewis, and they talked in the middle of the octagon.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's something to look for, bro. Derek Lewis could be main eventing that whole card.
Yeah, if he gets it done. I mean, that's a big one though, man. Derek Lewis has got a young, hungry fucking stud tomorrow. I almost said tonight. I feel like the fights are tonight now.
I wish it was tonight.
The only other thing I thought might be worth bringing up, but it wasn't really like headlines or whatever, was the O'Malley wearing the mask, and then Song calling him out for being racist, and then he doesn't even double down. He fucking actually retracts it and apologizes. I don't know. That kind of,
Yeah.
first of all, dumb idea, Sean. Of course you're gonna get called racist. Second of all, why not? You're gonna fight this dude. Why are you gonna fucking apologize to him? He can get his get back tomorrow in the fucking octagon. Why are you apologizing?
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kinda
I
on that
just thought it
page.
was kind of a bad look, all around. Even the way it
Yeah.
was handled afterwards, I just thought that was kind of weird. Like, you guys are fighters. Why are you apologizing? Like you ain't gonna like he ain't gonna punch you in the face tomorrow. I don't know.
Well, and it's just like when it first happened, everybody thought it was funny except for Song, because there was no racist remarks, there was nothing like that. It was just he wore the mask, and it's like it's the whole thing. Um, but him doubling down is what actually made me switch gears on that. It's like, all right, so he's not even gonna commit to the bit.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
exactly.
if I was him, I would have showed up to that press conference in a hazmat suit. Like that's how far I would have gone with it.
I would have played on his name, ya dong. You know? I don't
Yeah,
know. I
absolutely.
just it- it- I don't even think O'Malley needed to play mind games. And at this point, I think he lost the mind games. I bet you that he feels like what he's gonna do, apologize after he whips his ass. It's weird.
No, yeah, 100%.
All right, this next segment right here, we are starting this thing and we want you all to get involved. We want to know, you guys can either tell us in Discord, tell us in chat. You can post it even too. And believe me, we'll share and like it. We got Hero of the Week and Asshole of the Week. And for those of you who want to keep it PG, A-hole of the Week. Now, TG, I'm going to put you on a spot. I want to know who your Hero of the Week is and make it a good one or I'm going to fucking shit on you.
Well, I think mine's pretty good. I just have the UFC as a whole, dude. We're coming out strong with the Paramount deal. We have UFC 324 this weekend, and then next weekend 325 back to back. We're on a long stretch. I think there's one break on Valentine's Day, and then we're back on a long stretch again. Setting up the White House card, like I was saying, the UFC 6 rumors, like it could be a pretty good year for the UFC, and this weekend's the start. So this week's been pretty good. I'm giving the UFC as a whole my hero of the week.
Okay. I'm not mad at it, but I will say a little bit of dick riding. You ain't even
Yeah,
getting
you
paid
got
by the
to.
company,
You
and
got to.
you already a company man.
Hey, not getting paid yet. Not getting
Yeah.
paid yet.
Well, for those of you wondering who my hero of the week is, it's Derek fucking Lewis, but that's because he's never missed weight. You gotta respect that he's never missed weight. It's Fat Derek Lewis. He can make 265 every time.
You just got to lay off the
But
Popeyes.
there's so many weight misses, so many people missing weight, especially in this first card of the year. It's like it's ridiculous. So gotta give it up to anybody that's staying in the weight class that they belong, man. Like you said, I'm so sick of these goddamn weight bullies. And
Mhm.
not to really get into it, but it's on my mind because we were just talking about Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is tall and lanky. He could afford to gain a little bit of weight and go up in weight class, and he would still be fucking very, very competitive, like
Mhm.
lengthwise, if you will. So
Absolutely.
he ain't my asshole of the week,
No,
but he's my asshole of the week if he loses.
we can actually dive into that because my asshole of the week is weight cutting. There wasn't much to go off of. It's the first week back. There's nobody really being a dick or being cool. So we're low hanging fruit here. But weight cutting and people who advocate for weight cutting. if you're, first of all, we already went over the weight cutting issue. Fuck it, you shouldn't cut weight, whether it's you're fighting smaller guys or you're just fighting at your natural weight, whatever. I don't care. Just stop the weight cutting.
Yeah.
But people who advocate for it, you're pretty much saying, yeah, I think this guy should go dehydrate himself and not eat for 2 weeks so that he can weigh in at this particular point for 15 minutes and then go bulk up again. Like,
Yeah, most
yeah,
people, well, casual fans don't even know that's a thing. They're like, what?
yeah,
They dehydrate themselves to make a certain weight, but then they
yep,
weigh differently. It's the whole idea of it, the whole everything. Good intentions, bad fucking execution. Like it doesn't work. It just doesn't. It just people are. It's literally there to manipulate, and that's it. So maybe they do need to revamp the weight cutting thing, and I doubt that this wasn't so so egregious or whatever that they're gonna revamp the whole thing. But you heard us talking about it, the first fight card of the year in 2026. The weight cutting is an issue, and it's going to continue to be an issue until they do something different. And I just wanted to say because Swayze made me laugh, but I didn't want to laugh when you were talking. He's in the chat talking about Gaethje hero. Gaethje's his hero of the week because he's fighting with herpes on his neck. Oh my
hey, he
god,
said that
dude,
was just roast beef. It's just roast beef. Or no,
bros,
brisket. He said it was brisket. That's what he
bro.
said it was.
But he really actually did say that it was just an ingrown hair, and I ain't never seen an
Yeah.
ingrown hair look that bad in my life. That shit's infected, whether it's whatever it is.
Yeah, no, it's rough. If I don't know, maybe it's the pictures I've seen because it's not a clear picture of it, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally agree with your asshole of the week because they, like I said, we need something different as fight fans for the fights to feel more fair, man. You know?
hmm Well, how many times have you heard me say, Thursday night, oh, this is going to be a great fight, and come Friday afternoon after weigh-ins are done, I changed my way of viewing it totally. This guy's going to win because this guy weighed in heavy or light or he looks strained out.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Figgy tomorrow is probably going to get dominated. Yesterday, I thought that was going to be a good, clean, fair, fun, even fight. Today, no, Figgy gets fucked.
Yeah, what's crazy though is he's coming in way more, and so a lot of times that is an advantage. But if they attempt it hard enough, if they drain themselves enough, then even if they come in weighing heavier, it's not good. Which we'll get into that fucking fight later. I don't want to get into the whole thing. Let me hit you with my
There,
asshole of the week. Or go ahead. You have one
yeah,
more thing to say?
there's one more thing. There's two types of weighing in heavy. There's the weighing in heavy because you tried to cut those last 3 pounds and you weren't sweating anymore and you couldn't take that piss and you couldn't puke it all up. And there's the weighing in heavy because you realize you're not going to make that weight, so you stop 3 or 4 pounds out so you don't drain yourself even more than you have to.
Or the whole time you
Um,
intended to come in a little heavy because you didn't mind a little missing purse
exactly.
because you wanted to come in fucking feeling big and not drained.
hmm These
Similar,
guys who are
it's yeah.
making
I know what you mean.
Yeah, these guys who are making 2, 3, 400K. It's not everybody. I know that's only like the top of the top, the people who've been around a while, but that's also the people you see kind of missing it unless you're the early start off on the career. They're not going to miss 15% of their purse. You know what I mean?
Well,
They
and
might miss it, but it's not going to change their life.
if you analyze it, I'm not saying that every fighter that does this has this style, but it's more typical of the guys who are wrestlers who like to control. That's gonna have
hmm
that's gonna have the most advantage with the weight, with the extra weight, and with it's the guys that want to control and hold. So it's like it's really unfair. But that's why I agree with your asshole. My asshole is UFC. I mean EA Sports because they did us dirty with UFC 5. I saw anger management in chat. Welcome in. And so, Iris Spidey, beautiful Bell. We appreciate everybody that comes in here and chats live with us. Anger management dropped the UFC 4 and UFC 5 are literally the same game. I know what you mean, but let's be real. There's a huge difference in certain areas of the game, and every area that they changed, it was for the worse, not the better. So everybody didn't like UFC 4 that much. I loved it, but that's a whole nother story. UFC 5 comes out, and it is very similar to UFC 4, except for the stamina, you have way more allowance and less punishment for spamming and shit and missing. You can miss your shit. You can whiff shots all day and keep your stamina. You know what I mean? The grappling is actually less intricate. They took away certain positions. They took away certain submissions. So it's like, yeah, it is a it's a downgrade from UFC 4. Now we want the real package, the real UFC 6. So until then, they're the fucking assholes of the year. I'm dead serious. Until UFC 6 comes out, they're dead. EA Sports is dead to me, bro. And UFC 6 better have all the fucking bells and whistles. Excuse
Damn
me, I need
straight,
my
dude.
water. Fucking there's so many things that they could have added to UFC 5 that they just did not. And I could talk all night about that.
Well, even just the base comments of 4 and 5 are the same game. Yeah, they play more or less mechanically the same. The issue is how the gameplay actually is. In 4, it was very rare, if at all, where you throw a punch from halfway across the octagon and it's going to hit you. But it doesn't actually hit you, but you register it as a shot. Like, you take the damage. In 5, that happens to me at least 5 or 6 times a fight. And it's almost like people have found a way to trigger it. Like, it's crazy. The glitches, the exploits, all of it.
Just a little side note, because I know what you were explaining. For anybody that's kind of struggling to understand what he's talking about, where you're getting hit when you're not supposed to, think of it like a Call of Duty. You got certain Call of Duties that the hit markers hit dead on every time, and then you had Call of Duties or a different shooter. I don't, you might want to compare something else, but like old school Fortnite, like it wasn't as consistent with a shot, so it was like, you could be dead on, but then sometimes it's off to the left, and it doesn't always hit when it looks like it's dead on. Same thing with the strikes. You're out of range and it's still fucking hitting. You're you're in range and it misses when it looks like it's hitting, but it doesn't even count towards the damage meter. You know, just the that's the things about that game that made it worse compared to 4. Very similar, but they weirdly downgrade it.
Yeah.
And kicks have extra tracking in UFC 5. That's the thing. It's inconsistency. It's not extra tracking. It picks and chooses. It's inconsistent on when it does the extra tracking. It'll randomly do it. It's not something that's triggering it. It's not like, oh, his stamina's low, so it tracked harder. They have stuff like that where it's vulnerability and makes the fucking punches land better. But I ain't gonna get in a whole soapbox. Catch me on a live when I'm playing my UFC. Ask me about the game. I'll go fucking all day.
Yeah, and I can. I've spent the last 2 days raging in this Discord over that game. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I would love to fucking write a letter to EA or something, but I know they wouldn't fucking read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the main card fight picks. You want to get started on them? Is it time?
Yeah.
Time to
Yeah,
do
let's
some
do it.
main
Did you
card?
want to go fight 1 to main event or main event to fight 1?
Start from the bottom. Now we're here.
All right. Number 1, we got John Silva versus Arnold Allen. I'm picking Silva. If we're looking at the press conference and the weigh-ins and all that stuff, he looks prepared. He looks big. You can tell that he's coming back from that Diego loss strong. And a little bit of a joke, but also kind of serious. Yesterday at the press conference, John Silva was wavering around this little like necklace thing that had a little circle on the bottom of it. I'm convinced he was hypnotizing Arnold Allen because he was asked about it. He was asked what it was, and he kind of chuckled and said, he'll tell that story down the road." So don't be surprised if Arnold Allen comes out there tomorrow and takes a bump and falls for the count.
Well, I'm a bit of a John Silva hater. He pisses me off. I still like him, but he taunts way too much for the damage that he's doing to his opponents. He's not really doing much, especially in his last couple of fights, man. He's like taunting and like, I get it. People have a good time when they're fighting and shit, but like, bro, you're dancing on somebody when you ain't doing shit. You gotta be more fucking dangerous if you're gonna fucking sit there and dance on somebody. But the thing is, we all know Arnold Allen's been in his fucking fight business for way longer than fucking John Silva. and we want to talk
Mhm.
about Arnold Allen. He's got vet IQ, man. His father was a fucking lifelong fighter. You know, I think that the fight IQ is and picking the strategy. I think that Arnold Allen's going to take this fight wherever he needs to in every moment and dominate. Unanimous decision. Arnold Allen, baby.
Hell
I
yeah.
know John Silva's intense. He's gonna come with the intensity. He might even not rock and drop at Arnold Allen. But Arnold Allen's a tough son of a bitch. He can take anything that fucking Silva dishes out, I believe.
No, you could be right. We're gonna find out tomorrow.
No. Are you back?
Hello?
You're back. We just had a little bit of a we having a little bit of a thing?
It might. I unplugged my controller. It should be fixed now.
Okay. So
I'm still lagging a little bit though. Whatever.
are we back?
I think so. Hello.
Okay. So Rose versus Silva. This fight was not originally meant to be on the main card, and it wasn't even the original opponent for Thug Rose. But who do you got?
I think I think Natalia Silva is gonna take it. It's the up and coming young prospect. Like she's talking about getting a title shot after this fight. She's on a tear right now. She looks great while doing it. She's barely getting touched against an over the bridge Thug Rose, who's she's had her wins, she's had her losses, she had her belt. I think Rose is kind of entering the Donald Cerrone part of her career, where she's fighting the good fights, but she's not really expected to win. It's just going to be a good fight. It's either going to be an like late finish from Natalia, just from like striking and the overloading of Rose, or decision.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I agree, but not for those exact reasons. But I do feel like Natalia Silva is a sneaky dark horse in that division. She's somebody that's been getting a lot of good wins, but not exactly much hype. Not exactly. You don't hear her name. Most people don't. Natalia Silva, who's that? I can't remember. That's what people will say usually.
Mhm.
But she's sneaky. She's a dark horse, and she just got a fucking fight with a good fucking name.
Mhm.
This is the fight to put her on the fucking hype list. So she's coming with everything. That being said, it's a women's fight, so I don't have her finishing nobody. It's gonna
If there's
be
anybody that can do it, I think it's her, bro. She
Silva
got those hands.
Silva decision, but most of my reasoning for picking Silva was actually just because against Rose. Rose comes to the ring or the octagon every fight emotional. And yes,
Yeah.
sometimes it's fueled her, but a lot of times it's hurt her. It mess her mental game, her fight. A lot of people say the fucking fight game's 90% mental, 99% mental. Some people say, and sometimes she comes out there crying, "I'm the best, I'm the best." Like we don't believe you because you don't believe you,
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and it's not that like I'm ready to kill someone type of cry. She's crying because she's upset.
Yeah,
Like she's sad about something.
it's like she's not gonna be able to eat unless she wins. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like for real. Yeah, Rampage with the
That's me.
fucking drop in there talking about Rose has had issues in the last couple fights, engaging. I see that, but you know what? She can have all that, but she got that fucking crazy knockout against Wei Li Zhang. That was fucking insane. So it's like can't really count her out, man. Who expected that? I don't think none of us did. A lot of us hoped for it when it was going down.
Yeah, I thought Whaley was gonna win that fight.
Okay, so next on the card we got was it Waldo? Is that his real name? Waldo
Yeah.
Acosta Cortez or Cortez Acosta. Some of y'all may know who that is. Some of y'all may know him better than I do, but I know him as the guy who knocked out Tom Aspinall's fucking homie who had a third nipple. Came out there and eye poked him after he was all public about how he hates eye pokes and how they need to fucking punish him more. Homie comes out, eye pokes Acosta in it, or Cortez, however we want to call him, out there, and Then Cortez gets eye poked and knocks the dude the fuck out. Then calls out Aspinall. So motherfucker's hungry, bro. He's hungry for that gold. He has that fucking right in his vision. A knockout
100%.
for Derek Lewis could fucking the way the divisions are lately, that could skyrocket him right for a title fight, knocking out Lewis. Do you
If
think
he
he
knocks out
can get
Lewis,
it
yeah.
done?
If he knocks out Lewis, he'll because of the whole Tom Aspinall situation. I don't know if he'll get the title shot, but he'll definitely be in that conversation
Oh,
now. And
Aspinall is
honestly,
not holding the title anymore. He's out for good.
oh, did they vacated him from it?
I'm just saying.
No, okay, yeah. If they do, no, but for real though, if they do vacate him, Tom's comeback fight could be against Waldo. Especially, well, it depends. If he wins this fight and then wins another one, that could be the fight for Tom. Unless Waldo
Tom
gets
kills
the fight with him.
Waldo. Just want to say.
Yeah, I think Tom kills most people. I still got Tom over John Jones.
We ain't getting
Fuck
to
what you
that.
heard.
Do you got Waldo being able to knock out Lewis, or do you think he
No.
will?
No.
Who you got? How you got it? You got Lewis.
So my pick for that fight is Lewis. Not because I think he's better than Waldo. I think Waldo is a better fighter. It's just Lewis is able to come out in these kind of fights, the ones where he needs to show up against the guy who is supposed to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
When he fought Volkov, the last 45 seconds, knocked motherfucker out. There's that mystique, the mythology around Derek Lewis in these type of fights, and every time so far he's been able to put them on their ass. I will say though, Waldo's only path, I think, in this fight is taking Lewis down, holding him there, maybe going for some ground and pound, maybe trying some subs. Pretty much what Waldo did to Rebellis to Spain or Despaigne or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
If he can do that to Lewis, he'll win the fight. But I don't see Waldo knocking him out on the feet.
Yeah, well, just to counter or to help your point, because you are with Lewis, I'm with Lewis as well. We all know that Lewis ain't worried about getting grappled. He ain't worried about getting taken down. That's why he's able to like knock out motherfuckers like Curtis Blades when he was going for the knockout, caught him with the uppercut, because he's calm, cool, collected at all times. Because when he does get taken down, he stands up at will. You know what I mean? Sometimes he gets held down there, but sometimes he just gets the fuck up. You know, it's insane. I gotta rock with my boy Lewis. I do like Cortez and the attitude he had after he got eye poked, and then he's like, Aspinall can get it too. I ride with him, but not as much as I ride with Lewis. I think that Lewis is a great gatekeeper, like you were saying. You didn't call him a gatekeeper, but that's what he is. He's a gatekeeper for like top guys in the fucking heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
And just based on the few fights we've seen, Cortez does get touched. And if Lewis touches you, you're fucking getting knocked out. So I'm just banking on a first round knockout. I think that Costa's too hungry for the gold. He's going to be risking it for the biscuit, and the riskiness is going to get him fucking knocked out cold.
I'm with you. I agree.
Yeah. And Rampage in chat talking about he don't think that Acosta can hold down Lewis. Same.
Yeah.
But that's because most people can't. But yeah, and Swayze agrees. I think a lot of people got Lewis knocking him out, but a lot of us, he's a fan favorite. It's hard not to rock with him and shit.
He got some of the biggest pops at the press conference whenever he was talking.
And you know what? He was talking about on the pre-weigh-in fucking show or whatever I was watching. He was on there talking to DC and a few other people, and he talking about somebody said some shit to him. I think it might have been one of the owners, like Dana or fucking Sean. I can't remember who he said some shit on him or pissed him, like upset him. And he's like, "Yo, we're here after the fight." And we all thought he was talking about like post-fight, interview after he knocks dude out. But he's like, "Yeah, on my podcast."
Oh,
I forget what it was called, but he has a podcast. And then DC was like, "Can I get on it?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can get on it." And then Laura Sanka was like, "I already been on it." So that was pretty fun to watch. But I can't wait to check out his. I forgot what it was called. Smoking, playing Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Have paid attention to that shit.
It's probably some shit like the Balls is Hot podcast or something.
Nah, it was like it sounded like he was naming off a duo, like Fighter and the Kid. It sounds like he's doing it with somebody, and I don't remember what it was, but it was something along those lines.
going
So
Undertaker style.
another fan favorite, but lost a lot of fans recently. We got Sean O'Malley fighting Sean Yadong. Now, as of yet, I haven't heard anyone that has Song winning. I would guess that my ex co-host way back, the original, the OG of the show, Ricky. If some of y'all know him, I would guess he would have Song Yadong. But that's for people that lost complete faith in Sean. You know,
Yeah.
Marab did take his soul, but I can't see Song winning this. Like maybe edging a 3-round decision. But like, I don't know, man. It's 3 rounds. Sean O'Malley doesn't have nothing to worry about too much with cardio. It's only 3 rounds. He's been fighting a lot of 5-rounders.
Mhm.
I got Song getting knocked the fuck out in the second round. I think if Sean can get it done, he'll get it done as early as he can.
Yeah, I think Sean wants the first round knockout. Just at the press conference, he was talking a lot about, you know, he goes into every fight 0-0. He just wants to go in and show out and put on a show for the fans. But in the back of his head, he's still thinking about those 2 fights where he got dragged into those late rounds and finished in one of them. So I think he wants to perform. I think he wants to prove that the Sean O'Malley that was here when he was knocking out the likes of like Eddie Wineland and those kind of guys, that's still Sean here. I will say the reason I don't think people are picking Song Yadong is because anytime Song's faced this level of caliber of fighter, he's kind of he's kicked the dirt on it. When he fought Corey, he lost. It was I believe the Corey fight or the Peter fight was for a cut. I think it was a Corey fight, but then he lost to Peter. So anytime he gets into that like top 4, top 3 kind of range, he just doesn't come to par. So I think Sean's just gonna get in there, look fresh, look good. Song's probably not gonna be able to find his way in. Because that range is going to hurt Song bad.
Yeah.
I just hope to see spinny Sean come back. I want to see those spinning body kicks. I want to see that spinning head tornado kick, shit like that.
You know, I don't even see him being flashy. I don't even see, like, he might be, but I will say, like, first of all, we do have somebody in chat talking about they got Song, but they lost faith in Sugar. That's my boy Rampage, or our boy Rampage. But Song, what's he gonna do? What can he do to Sean? You know? Like,
Yeah, if you look at his opponents and the people he's beat, majority of them have that same kind of style. Like they're all stylistically very similar. But that kind of fall like once you get to the top 5, every fighter in there has their own unique style. Beyond that, there are some unique styles, but most of them kind of fight that safe jab. I'm going to hit you with a combo when you're exposed, that kind of stuff. When Song's fighting people who have that samey style, he wins. As soon as
Yeah.
it's someone who can switch it up on him or is just a step above in one of the categories, Song folds. He just can't do it.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say was that Sean, if he does lose, because it seems so outlandish, just like physically, strategically, it's just this is Sean O'Malley's fight. It should be. If he loses, I know
Mhm.
that you called for retirement when we were talking before earlier in the week, and I kind of see that too. But I say make that motherfucker. He's lanky, bro. Make him go up and weight, bro. Let's see him at 145. You
Oh
know?
no, Josh was the one calling for retirement. I'm with you on that, dude. I think if he wins this fight, win or loss, he should go up. There's way more fun fights at 45 than there's 35.
My bad for putting
Imagine,
words in your mouth, my dude.
no, you're good. You're good.
I'm kidding.
Imagine, imagine fucking Diego versus Sean, or Holloway if Holloway goes down to 45 again, or if Sugar could even go to 55 and fight someone like Max.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of fun fights outside of that weight class. If Sean wins, okay, maybe run for a belt one more time. But if you don't get it, start having those fun fights. He can make a lot of money by, you know, becoming the BMF champ and getting back on social media and doing his thing that he used to do. Yeah, it's been a weird Sean. He's off social media. He was very calm at the press conference yesterday. The most out there thing he did was the mask, and like we said earlier, he backtracked on that. So,
Yeah,
I'm
there's been a lot
I'm
of
itching for
weird
the old.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you mention it, it's been a lot of weird shit in recent years. After the
Mm-hmm.
loss, like we just keep seeing weirder and weirder shit. Yeah, we could be seeing this. Sean could lose, but he shouldn't. That's how we feel.
Yeah.
Welcome in,
Yep.
Sherry. Welcome in. And that was the co-main event? They ended up
Yeah,
getting the
because Amanda
co-main?
and Kayla.
Yeah, man named Kayla broke her neck on some weird shit out there sucking something. No, I'm playing. But Kayla need to lay off the steroids, bro. She popped for steroids. That's the real story. That ain't really what happened.
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting that out there.
Now, the more you mentioned that a little bit back, and honestly, bro, she had to get a full fusion surgery done, and she didn't say that she had an accident. She just said that this is like a surgery she had to get done.
Yeah.
Why are you booking a fight, especially at this high, like against Amanda Nunes? A lot of people were looking more forward to that fight than they were this one, which is a crazy statement, but trust me, I've heard it.
No, obviously me too, though. Weirdly enough, but
yeah.
The thing is women's MMA only has a few fucking stars, and Amanda Nunes is the star, better than all of them. She's the women's GOAT, fucking hands down. Men's GOAT's always in for debate. There's no debate. Amanda Nunes is the women's GOAT. And that's why I was rooting for her. Did I think she was going to win? Probably not. Do I hope the fight still happens? Yeah. Am I still going to root for fucking Amanda? Hell yeah. She came to the fight healthy.
Yeah.
She was ready.
So I think you might be onto something with the steroid popping, dude.
I mean,
remember, the UFC,
she got
they do their own
definition, dog.
steroid testing. Yeah,
and they would
whether
announce
she's
it
on
as
it
an
now-
injury because it's the first fight of the year, new fucking company. I don't mean to keep cutting you off. Go ahead and finish what you were
No,
saying.
you're good. Yeah, the UFC does the testing now. It's not USADA anymore. UFC has in-house testing. It is run by a third company, but it's overseen by the UFC. So, they would get that information of Kayla popping first. They're going to tell Kayla, hey, you need to find a way out of this fight, or we're going to have to say that you popped. And put that aside, let's say that it's still just theory. Whether Kayla is clean now or not, she's definitely not been clean the whole time.
Yeah, and
You don't look like that by being clean.
Now that you mention it, dude, that is why they cut ties with USADA. Because USADA started doing a thing where they would tell the public before UFC even wanted them to. I remember that being a thing, and I'm like, God damn, dude. They're just so public with all this shit that UFC can't fucking handle any of it. So they're
Keep up.
they're trying to control the narrative, and TKO and working with WWE, they definitely trying to control that narrative now. But yeah, let's get into the main event then, huh?
Hell yeah. So I know since the fight's been announced, I've been kind of saying Hart wants Gaethje, Brain says Paddy. But I've been able to convince myself that Gaethje is going to knock him out in the last little bit. I think Gaethje is going to come in with that strong pressure. Like he said, he's going to put his head in his chest and he's going to keep that distance close. We know Gaethje will win that inside exchange every time unless you're fighting Max Holloway at UFC 300. Paddy can't take heavy shots comfortably. We've seen it in the what's the guy's name? Jared Gordon fight. When he fought Jared Gordon was tagging Paddy, and Paddy didn't like it. Anytime Paddy gets hit, he flicks his head back, he steps back. Even a jab, Paddy looks like it's the hardest shot, and he's rocked. I think Gaethje is going to deny all the takedown attempts because Paddy's going to shoot. Gaethje's going to deny. He's going to hit him with the repeated body shots. He's going to hit him with the leg kicks, heavy head shots, elbows, everything. Probably not KO. Probably be a TKO between the first and third round. I think Paddy's just going to crumble and shell up, and then the ref will call it off. Final prediction.
Well, you already know I'm very, very, I'm very opposite of that. But it's like Gaethje kind of made me not want him to win based on his recent actions. First of all, the whole retirement, fucking on the fence about retirement. At one point, talking about win, lose, or draw his next fight, he's retiring. I still don't know if that still stands or not. But
no,
either way, it might as well have. You done did the damage to me. I done dropped you. Once you're dead to me, you're dead to me. You know what I mean? Not only that, but he's been doing weird shit online, posting the shit online, talking about clashing heads with people. It's like he was self-sabotaging before this fight. Like he was trying to give himself a reason that he didn't fucking win the title. So it's like his mind is already lost, in my opinion, just based on his actions leading up to this fight. And the fact that he's got herpes on his neck and shit, that you can't perform well with that shit when you're on them fucking antibiotics and shit. So I
I think
mean,
I don't know, man.
we got
The
I gotta
Gaethje,
go
like,
with
he had the
Pimblett.
presser yesterday.
I gotta
Oh
go
yeah,
with
yeah. Go
Pimblett.
ahead.
Pimblett decision. I think he can finish. I think Gaethje can finish as well. I'm not saying Gaethje can't finish, but I see Pimblett, like you were saying, he don't like taking shots. But I mean, you were talking every time you talk about he don't like taking shots. It sounds like he's getting away. You know, like, oh, he backs up, he backs away. I think that I don't. We'll see if Gaethje's fast enough to keep up with the way that Paddy will be moving on him. I think footwork's going to be very key. I think it's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be.
footwork will be win this fight.
I think it's going to be very hard for Gaethje to try to keep up and walk Paddy down. I don't think Paddy's going to let Gaethje fucking walk him down at all. I think it's going to be Paddy kind of on the back foot most of the fight, just jabbing, whatever, doing whatever. And if I could, this is a weird, bold statement, but just like on the fucking King Green fight, fucking homie might convince Gaethje to go for a takedown stupidly and then get fucking wrapped up in a sub. You know, we seen him
Yeah,
do it to King Green. I know that's two different
yeah,
caliber of fighters, but like just because Gaethje's known as a grappler doesn't mean he's always the one to initiate it.
yeah.
I mean, did I say Gaethje or Paddy? I'm mixing up my own head.
You said Gaethje, but I know what you meant.
Yeah, Paddy, because we know Gaethje doesn't normally initiate grappling.
Yeah,
But
no, yeah. Didn't he shoot his first takedown against? It was recent. It was in the last like 2 or 3 years. He shot his
was it
first
Charles
takedown
Oliveira?
It might have been.
Like
I can't remember exactly
whenever,
now.
you
But
know what I mean? Like, when's the stupidest time to go shoot for a takedown? That's
yeah,
Gaethje for you.
yeah.
Like,
See, I was on board with you until the press conference yesterday changed everything for me, dude. Gaethje came out on the retirement thing. He said he's not retiring. He said he's got a lot more to go. He's gonna come in. He's gonna take the belt. He's gonna defend it and whatever. Um, Pretty much backtracking everything he said. But also something he said yesterday that he hasn't said in a few fights is he's going in there and he's ready to die. Now, obviously, it's a thing that he's been known to say, but he hasn't said it a lot recently. This is the first time I can think of since I think the Habib fight that I can think of off the top. So that's a good 5-6 fights where he's just been like, yeah, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try my best, we're gonna have a fun fight, we're gonna knock each other out.
did Khabib tap him out?
Yeah,
Then he wasn't ready to die. He submitted before he died.
it was that was the fight. Remember when Khabib was telling Justin to tap because he didn't want to break his arm?
No, yeah, and he switched it to a choke or something, and then he tapped, right?
Yeah.
Tapped.
Yeah, that was the one.
Fucking bum. And Khabib was weird because he didn't want to break his arm in front of his family. Break his fucking arm.
Yeah, that's what he's in there for.
Not to go off topic completely, but you just hear little rumors. I mean, like we heard Ronda might make a comeback, but we also heard Khabib might make a comeback. You know, I know you heard a little bit of rumors that Khabib talking, or there's like Khabib's low on money. Khabib might come back. Who knows? But if he comes back, I assume he's gonna come back at a heavier weight.
Oh yeah, he's big now, dude. I think I watched. There's this guy on YouTube. I can't remember his name right now, but he records vlogs and he goes to like he follows Daniel Cormier, Habib, Islam, all those guys. And Habib said his walk around weight right now is like it's in the 200s. I think it's like 215, 220, something like that.
Right. I seen him
So
in
if he
DC
comes
talking
back-
about that shit too. He's like, he's bullying DC now. You know.
Yeah. So it would be a heavyweight for sure. But yeah, he's I think there's a tax fraud thing or something about taxes. The Russian government seized a bunch of his assets and like took the money from that and shit. So his shit's gone. He's got to get back up.
How does it happen when Putin himself gave him hella money? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wasn't
It
it
doesn't
like
make
4
sense.
million or maybe even more?
I think something like that.
It's
Yeah.
like millions of dollars that Putin gave him. It's like, how do you end up getting in trouble by the government? Like, aren't you
Yeah,
Putin's boy? Thought that shit was corrupt over there.
it is. That's why he's getting his shit stolen.
I just meant he should be fine, but who knows?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I mean, I can't see it, but I'll let you have it. Gaethje knockout. If it that's the only way to win fans like me back over. With Gaethje, he's dead to me until he does something spectacular. Now, I don't care if he
Yeah.
took back his words. I'm sick of all these fighters taking the words back too. Stand your fucking ground, pussy.
Yeah, know what you want when you want it.
Yeah. So who's your lock of the night? I think we have the same lock. I forgot.
Yeah, mine's pretty obvious. I got Umar, negative 1,300 favorite in terms of the actual betting line, but also now Figgy missing weight, looking as sucked out as he did. I thought he was going to collapse on the scale too, bro. Like when he hopped off, and the reporters were like, "No, we need you on the scale for 5 seconds for pictures." He got up there and he looked like he could barely step on that scale. He stepped off and like hobbled his way off the stage. I thought he was the next to go down.
Mm.
Yeah. Umar's got a dominant wrestling base. I don't know. Figgy's good, but he's not Dagestani wrestling good.
Yeah. Figgy's known to miss weight even back when he was a 125er. At one point, he couldn't even he was a dominant champ at one point, but I remember when his come up, they were nervous on giving him a title shot because he couldn't make weight. And then he finally started making weight. But now he's back to being, not so disciplined with his weight cuts. He's not even making 135 after moving up. He's a small guy. It's not even like he's a tall guy. He's a smaller guy.
Yeah. He's got a lot of
And
muscle.
like I said, same with me. You can come in drained like that against a Dagestani thoroughbred. You're fucked. You're fucked, son. For only 3 rounds. That's all he's got to do is hold you for 3 rounds. But he's just gonna outpace you the whole time. That's what's gonna happen. I saw another lock. I saw another very heavy favorite, but I didn't really know those two fighters. They're like kind of like upcomers. It might have been,
and his opponent.
yeah, it might have been a heavier fucking favorite than fucking Umar. I thought that was odd.
Yeah, Gaethje is on the come up. He's a French dude. I think he's had 2 or 3 fights in the UFC, and everyone
he's
has
like a
been
light skinned black dude.
No, he's dark.
Well, the picture I looked at, he was light skinned, but he had like spiky hair.
Yeah.
Okay. It probably was just the lighting in the picture I seen. See, I don't remember seeing
I don't
him
even know
fight.
who his opponent is.
Maybe I'll remember him when I see him, but I didn't really remember him off of his fight, off of his record, off of his picture. I like Rampage a lot, Charles Johnson. But you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Perez might have missed weight, but I love Perez, man. But yeah, I think Perez is almost like a 50-50 fighter. I don't even know if that's his real thing, but maybe in the UFC. Because I feel like Perez has gotten wins that that we didn't think he should, and then the people that I think he should be, fucking he takes L's. But Charles Johnson's definitely somebody that is a potential hot prospect. Put him against Alex Perez puts him right in the rotation for top 5 guys.
What about the UFC curse though? He just got added to the game.
Is that the same Charles Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Like 90% sure, yeah. Flyweight. And like I think 80 or 90% of the people they put into the game lose their next fight.
Who do I keep mixing him up with? Charles Jourdain. I don't know why. I do like Charles Johnson, bro. I do like Charles Johnson.
Yeah, he's good.
But Alex Perez is good too. But like he's a vet at this point compared to these guys like Charles Johnson. But I like that lock, but I don't know if it's a lock, man. I still value Perez a little bit higher than calling that a full lock.
Yeah.
Not mad at you, Rampage. Just disappointed. No, I'm kidding. What we got next after the lock? It's the underdog. Who's your live underdog?
So this one is either going to come to a shock to some people, or it's just people aren't going to know who it is. Denzel Freeman. He's the guy fighting Josh Hokett, who has been the guy to do the Hulk Hogan promos and all that stuff. He's being overlooked because he's fighting Hokett's. Hokett's got that star power. He's on the come up. He's fan favorite already after one fight in the UFC, one fight in Dana White. But Freeman's got a win in the UFC. He's also beaten Steve Asplin, who's another guy from Dana White's Contender Series on the come up. Like, he's got legit names on the resume. Got experience. He's fought Bellator. He's fought PFL. He was in the PFL regular season, so he's experienced with fighting frequently as well. Hokett's good, but Freeman's also good. So it's going to be a fun fight. I think Freeman could get it done. I think it's more likely than what the odds makers are saying it is and what general consensus says it is too.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying, and a few things that I heard, which I could be misquoting. Again, half paying attention to the pre-fight, pre-weigh-in fucking show or whatever. But
Right.
DC was talking about homie Freeman. I think it was him. I mean, it's got to be him. But he was saying, homie was actually in WWE shit. He was actually like, yeah, on the development shit. And then he decided he wanted to do MMA. And then DC said, "Yo, I saw him recently. It might have been today. It might have been like in the back room, or it might have been like some training thing. But it sounded like it happened like real recent." And he's like, "Dude, I tried to Greco-Roman wrestle him and shit." He's like, "Dude is strong." He's like, "I couldn't fucking move him." He's like, "He just had his way with me." So yeah, this guy Freeman, DC gave him a little head nod on how powerful and strong he is with his, and that's Hackett's like kind of his thing. I think mostly is his grappling. So, but we saw him knock homie the fuck out. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a barn burner, you know, because
I mean,
I don't think neither guy's afraid of the other one.
That fight, just to tie it into the, I know you still have your Underdog, but to tie it in, that's also my fight to watch, the prelim fight to watch. There's like, this is like the heavyweight equivalent of when Conor was fighting on the prelims. I think, in my opinion, if Hokett wins and in good fashion, he's gonna get on that mic. He's gonna say some shit. I wouldn't be surprised if numbers spike when his fight comes on that early.
Yeah,
It's on Paramount now, so it's easier to access.
yeah.
So yeah, expect both guys to just fucking go at her. Freeman's a striker. Hokett's a grappler, but has striking. Like you just said about Freeman, he's got that strong wrestling defense, the Greco-Roman. Whether it goes 45 seconds or all 15 minutes, it's gonna be a banger fight.
And if he ends up pulling, they both like pro wrestling. Then you know what I mean. It's kind of cool. Like two big dudes,
Hell
like
yeah.
they got love for pro wrestling. We just whoever wins, we're probably gonna see some kind of pro wrestling type of call out or promo style shit. If hopefully Freeman gets it, this will be my first experience if he wins with really paying attention to him, and it's because of Hokett, so he should be on his knees thanking him. Kidding.
Yeah. No,
I
but
love.
I'm almost
Oh, go
for
ahead.
real though. Almost for real on that. Like Hokett's been building up, and if Freeman does think he's as good as I think he is, and he can win this fight, he's got to capitalize. He's got to take those eyes that are watching Hokett and make them go on to him.
Yeah, but he's a live underdog. But do you think that he's gonna win?
I
You just
think
see it as a big possibility based on the numbers.
I see it as a big possibility for him to win because he's got the experience and he's got good wins over good names.
Okay.
Like yeah. It's a
Yeah.
mixture of a lot of things, but I think he's got a really good chance to win.
My
Better
live
than
underdog.
Fakey.
My live underdog is not a very big underdog, but it's the underdog that I'm the most confident in. And that's Arnold Allen. I think that he's fought a lot of people, including Max Holloway. People might forget that. And the experience of just being in there with these guys alone kind of knows, like, a lot of times when people fight Max Holloway, their next couple fights are like, you can see where they step their game up. They're like, oh, okay, this is what the fuck, this is where the bar is. So I
Mhm.
just think that Arnold Allen is very well rounded compared to Silva. Silva's got some fucking moves, but it's mostly intensity. He can catch a lot of people. I think Arnold Allen's gonna fucking keep it safe. So I'm rolling with my boy Allen as a live underdog. Now I know you said
Hell yeah.
you already picked your don't miss your prelim. We got a new one we're introducing. Oh, money is flooding on Michael Johnson against Hernandez. Dude, you are perfect timing, Rampage. To pick him now, changing in 24 hours. Maybe shenanigans going on. I hope not, because that's the fucking fight I literally have is the prelim you don't want to miss. I've been hating on fucking Hernandez since he's disrespected Cowboy years ago. I think it was like 2019, maybe earlier. So it's
Yep.
like, but Hernandez is good, man. He's actually great. He's a fucking intense, great striker. Seems like he's decent on the grappling, but he's got 1 round in him. So that's why I'm rooting hard for my boy Johnson. Like I said, I don't have to give you a full breakdown of this fight, but it could go either way. Johnson could get sparked in the first round, but
Yeah.
Johnson could just fucking do the vet thing and pull this out. He said, "Yeah, Hernandez is a beast for 30 seconds in each round." That's kind of the way. Maybe he's adjusted. He's adjusted. He's not just a 1 rounder. He's a half rounder every round. But he needs to turn it up at the end of the round so the judges remember that.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm rooting against Hernandez. I hope he gets knocked the fuck out with a Michael Johnson fucking overhand.
Hernandez is in the same category as Drew Dober for me. Fuck that piece of shit. That's how I feel about them.
Same
I hope
category,
they lose
but
every
I like Drew Dober 10 times more than I like Hernandez.
Me and Drew Dober were cool until he kicked Kyle in the nuts and made Kyle lose that fight. That was a blatant nut. We don't got to get into it, but that was a blatant nut shot, and it's because Drew knew he was losing and had to get that upper edge. Piece of shit.
Yeah, Drew
Anyway.
Dober's like Alex Hernandez meets Darren fucking Elkins.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
He's
To be
always
honest.
getting cut the fuck up, dude. He'll be banging like crazy though.
Yeah, he's got fun fights, and he usually loses, so it's a win-win.
So mostly we went over this whole card. Is there any other honorable mention fights you wanted to discuss before we move on to a few what ifs and then get the fuck on out of here and prepare for the fights tomorrow?
Nothing else on this card really caught my eye. I think I saw Nikita Krylov's fighting against someone who's like at a decent caliber as well. So that should be a
or
fun
something
fight.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
I like Krylov, but I think he's gonna lose.
yeah, Modestus has been on a like he was in a weird spot because for a while he was like that mid-carder kind of guy. He'd come in and he'd win sometimes, come in and lose horribly. Like I'm talking like dominated or knocked out cold. But recently in his last 3 or 4 fights, he's been coming in looking nice. That new UFC drug testing's been doing him right.
You know, I know you're being funny, but everything you say about the UFC and the changes that are possibly happening excites me. I hope that's true. I swear to you, man. Bring fucking Dan Henderson out of retirement. Give that man his PRT again. Bring him out of retirement, bro. Have him fight for fucking Hernandez at 205.
Yeah, bro. I know. Yeah, because you're just like fuck them. Let them all take steroids. Let them all be juiced to the gills. Let's see how good they
If
really
everybody can do it, then it's all fair. It's all game.
are. Yeah.
It's the same as
just-
same principle as if you both have a Mustang and you're racing and then you say no one's allowed to have a turbo on their fucking shit. But then every now and then somebody has a turbo, then it's cheating. But if they said everybody can have a turbo, the guy that has a turbo is not cheating. That's what I'm saying. Just call it not cheating. Some guys like Travis Brown. Gained my respect back in the day. At one point, not so much anymore these days. But I remember I really respected him during this fight. I think it was against Alistair Overeem, and the big thing was everybody kept saying, "What do you know he's popped for steroids in the past. Does that bother you?" And he straight up said, I hope he's on steroids still because I want to beat the best. And if he's its best at doing steroids, I want to beat him that way. That's when I was like, that's how everybody should be. Travis Brown wasn't all that. I still fucked with him, though.
No.
Now he's just Ronda Rousey's bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't be against inhalers. I wouldn't be against giving him oxygen in between rounds, giving him a fucking IV drip. Fuck it. 30-second IV drip, bitch. Go ahead, take it.
Hey, you saw to approve, bro.
Dude, honestly, man, one day, if the apocalypse happens, bro, I promise you I'm starting a fight club. And anything goes. We'll have crackhead division. If you want crack, you on this division. When it'll be a fucking any man who shows up. That's how big the tournament is for crackhead division. every night says whoever wins gets a crack rock at the end. You know, you have to fight off like 10 other crackheads.
Are we talking all at the same time? Like it's a free for all, last man standing? Or are we going
Whatever the
round
vibe
robin?
of the night is, whatever the bets are. Should we do it? I'll say it. Should we do it? Should we do it 1-on-1? Should we do it 10v10 PVE?
That's good. I'm invested into
You
that
don't
one.
need it. You don't need to be sanctioned if there's apocalypse. You know, like
It's true.
post-apocalypse shit.
Yeah, that's
I'll
true.
be that guy running a fucking fight club. So I know you didn't. It seems like you're kind of drifting away. I don't know if you want to keep continuing doing this. We're trying different little segments out and seeing what sticks. Really, you guys are here on the early days, and we appreciate you. It's a lot of close friends and stuff like that. Uh, Eventually, it's gonna get even more lit, but we're figuring out what works, what doesn't. I like doing this what if because I felt like the chat engagement gets a little bit spiked, but I know sometimes it can be hard to think of what ifs. How do you feel about it particularly? I don't mean to ask you on air, but I just figured I'd ask since it's on my mind.
No, you're good. So I like when it comes to responding to you, I can feed off of the what ifs. I just have a really hard time creating them. So honestly, like I'm down to keep it. I'm not against keeping it. It's just maybe we have a bit more of that where the chat has what ifs and we pick a couple and then go off of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind turning this section into like responding to chat. Maybe
yeah,
like we have a section in Discord where they can either send a voice memo, get on the podcast, they can just send a text, and we can answer it that way. That was always
yeah.
really fun with engagement with the people that are viewers and stuff. So be look out for that as a new segment where and look out for it on Discords where you can send your voice memos / text, whatever you want to do. It can be questions, it can just be comments. You can even shout out your mother on there. I don't care. Shout out my mom. But
Shut up, my mom. She's watching.
we'll be taking submissions probably I'll get it lined up this weekend and it will be ready for you guys for next week.
Hell yeah.
I haven't looked in the future. Is next week's fight card good? Is there a fight card
It's
next week?
UFC 325, Volk versus Diego, bro. Back-to-back pay-per-views.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life.
I know, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking good. I bet you that whole card's good, man. Just like this one. I think
A
there's
lot of
gonna be
Aussies.
bangers all fucking day. Even
Hell
though it's I see the fights, even the ones that I assume are gonna go to decision. I think they're gonna be fucking bangers in this fight card. I think that
Hell yeah.
I think that there's gonna be so much pressure on all of them that it's just gonna be fucking risk taking sons of bitches tomorrow. The first
I just
fight
hope
on
the
the new fucking dude. If the first person that gets a fucking good clean knockout might be the star of Paramount now, you know.
Mhm. It could be Josh Hokett. It very well could be. He
We
could
could
be
s-
the face of the Paramount deal.
we literally might see that shit happen tomorrow. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. It's all about the crowd, bro. I hope the crowd shows up early and I hope they show up loud. Every year I say the same thing. The
Where are they
first
at? Where are they
event,
at tomorrow?
I think they're in Vegas.
Well, that's good, but
Yeah.
bad in a way because Vegas fans can be spoiled and not show up until the later fights.
Usually what happens.
Yeah,
But with the first one back in 6 weeks, I hope they show up.
we'll see. That fucking mullet guy. I don't forgot his name. I ain't seen him in a minute. The comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck is his
Fuck, what is
name?
it?
The mullet
I know
comedian.
exactly who you're
He's at
talking
every
about too.
UFC. He's there at the early prelims and everything. Who's my prediction to steal the show tomorrow? I like that. Who's gonna steal the show tomorrow?
Gaethje.
Nah, steal the show?
Yeah. He's gonna end it and he's gonna take it. At the end of the night, all the headlines are gonna be about Gaethje. He's gonna knock out Paddy quick.
Theo Vaughn, thank you for that.
There it is. I was thinking Troy something for some reason.
I couldn't think of his fucking name to save my life. I think it's hard not to. I think Umar's gonna steal the show, man. I think he's gonna fucking dominate homie so bad, and then they're gonna be like, "All right, I guess you do get a title shot." You know, like Here's another title shot. Can you beat Jan?
That's probably gonna be a better fight than fucking Umar and Marab again.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You know, something I saw in chat earlier. Rampage also mentioned that he wants to. We didn't touch on this. He wanted to before. He said before Sean moves up, he wants to see Sean versus Sandhagen. Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen. That's a fight we all want, man. I hope it does happen, but I wouldn't be mad if we never get it because, like I said, if he loses to Song Yadong tomorrow, he don't. He that ain't his weight class. He's too. It's supposed to be his fight to win.
So like a year, maybe 2 years ago at this point, I wanted that fight so bad. But right now, where both of them are at, I'll take it or leave it. Kind of the same as you. I'm not going to be pushing for it like as hard as I was before, but if we do get it, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, well, let me hit you with a random what if.
Yeah.
What if UFC 6 is worse than 5?
Well, then the community's dead. Not like the UFC video game community is dead. It'll be overtaken by it. This UFC 5 has already been overtaken by toxic rage baiting trolls. Unless you're at that pinnacle of top 1,000 or something like that when you get actual good fights. If UFC 6 caters any more to the casuals, there's not going to be a game for us to play. The way that we try to play the game is the way that it should be tried to be played, and it's just not how they play it. When I'm getting knee and elbow spammed and they're missing half of those shots and end up having more stamina than I do, it's not right.
I challenge anyone to show me a fight where somebody threw more than 3 flying knees in one round in 30 seconds of that round and still has stamina to keep fighting for 3 rounds or 5 rounds.
And I know this is kind of hypocritical because I'm the one that uses it, but show me any fight where Ben Askren throws a head kick into a spinning back. You know what? No. Show me any fight where Ben Askren throws a head kick.
He does throw a spinning back fist at one point.
Yeah, the back fist is there. I'm okay with the back fist. But I should not be able to throw a head kick to a spinning back fist. It's Ben Askren.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, not to keep, like I said, not to keep it all about UFC 6, but there's so many things they could be doing differently, and we might have to do a whole episode one day just talking about fucking what we want out of UFC 6. We might get into it heavy if they fucking announce it. You know what I mean? It might be a big topic next week if we see a good announcement this tomorrow night. But knowing UFC, they're gonna make us wait. They're just gonna make us they're gonna leave us in the dark. And then they're gonna come out with a shit game worse than the other 2, worse than the other 5 that already happened.
They've only regressed. 1 was good, 2 was better, 3 to me was probably peak, and then from there it's been all downhill.
There's room for all kinds of other games. Even if UFC 6 is good, there's no reason to not do those other games like a PFL. But see, PFL doesn't have stars. That's the issue.
Yeah.
They don't have nobody. They got like 2 or 3 people. And most of them are ex-UFC guys. They probably still licensed with EA. You know what I mean? Like Corey, what's his name? Corey Sanders. That motherfucker, he's probably still licensed with UFC and shit. He was in the game back in the day. Knowing him, he signed a deal for life.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be the next alter ego.
Yeah. Well, do we lead the fucking campaign / revolt if UFC 6 is trash?
I mean, I think it's only right. Let's everybody that is in this chat right now, with the exception of maybe a couple of the newer people, are all here because of UFC, like the video game franchise. We're all MMA fans outside of it, but we've all kind of come together and bonded and played this game together at the top level. Like, how many times have you been top 100, top 10 How many times has, Rayhan was number one for all of UFC 4. I know he's not around like that, but that's still people we have in the circle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if it's as bad as UFC 5 or God forbid worse, I think we got to get everybody on it and just, whether it's a petition or whatever the fuck, there's got to be some sort of change. There was a time where competitive UFC was being talked about like competitive Call of Duty. They were talking about flying people out to Vegas to compete in tournaments. They were talking about $10,000 prizes, ESFL signing with the UFC, which was promoted on the UFC broadcast for pay-per-view fights. Like, there was a time where it was massive, and unfortunately EA dropped the ball huge.
They
They've
also went in a bad direction when it was massive, and I hated on it. I was the guy on the in the dark hating on it because they were banning different moves and different like things. It's like, bro, if you're supposed to be associated with the UFC, with the game, and you're the number
Mhm.
one league, why are you banning in-game stuff? Like, why not have the developers make it to where that those types of
fixed.
exploits aren't available? That's where they had me dead on that fucking shit. I didn't even,
Yeah.
it ruined the taste. Like, it fucking put a bad taste in my mouth about the whole leagues competitive play. I'm like, how the fuck is the main one that's supposed to be attached to the UFC gonna ban moves? I don't get it. Like,
Mhm.
take the moves out.
Literally, like, and how easy do they do it? Like, look in Fortnite, just as an example. If they introduce something that's broken, and there is huge feedback from the hardcore community, I'm talking about the streamers, the competitive players, and they're all saying, yeah, this needs to be removed, or this needs to be changed, or this and that. They listen within a matter of 2 days. With
Mm,
UFC, we've been talking about, with 4, we'll talk about 4, the standing ghillie cheese, where you can just drain my stamina and then ghillie me instantly. That was a problem the entire life cycle of that game. That was there since the beta. People were doing that in the beta. I was doing that in the beta.
mm-hmm. Well, like a common thing that I would see in leagues, especially back in those days, they would say you can't throw more than 3 elbows in one round, and I would be like,
Yeah.
I'm not cheesing like, I'm not an elbow cheeser, but I may throw more than 3. That's fucking weird. It counts as an automatic DQ if you throw more than 3 elbows in a round. And I
Yeah.
want to say ESFL had that as a rule, but I could be wrong. But they had weird rules like that, like weird rules. There was always like just random ass submissions you couldn't go in because they were too hard to get out of. It's like, if you get put in that submission because it's such a bad position and for that submission, they deserve to get instantly subbed. It's your fault for
Mhm.
getting caught, And then they took away the mini game. We could go all night. We could go all
Yeah,
night.
literally. I do have one quick what if, just to,
Yeah, hit me with
not
it.
to throw it into the universe like that, but just because of how possible it really is. What if the White House card gets canceled or something comes up last minute? What happens? Now we're talking about, I think, so people were saying upwards of 9 title fights. I think the number is between 5 and 8. So we're talking about that many champions and challengers getting ready for a fight. Week of, there's, a bomb threat, something happens politically or whatever. They got to pull that. Do you think they just fizzle the card out and disperse the championship fights? Or do you think they try to find a venue inside of DC and get that stadium filled within a week?
Unless unless Trump absolutely demands that the fights happen, like, say it was something that they could have avoided, because like it very well could be like Trump did some fuck shit and then they were like, we're not doing it because it could be millions of possibilities of why they ain't doing it. But
Yeah.
I would see that the UFC, TKO, whoever would instantly scrap all the fights and go with what they planned. They're doing this like catering to this motherfucker. From
100%.
the way I hear it, he like Trump is making the matchups or actually asking for certain fighters to fight on the card for him.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like I guarantee UFC doesn't really even like a lot of these matchups. Don't like having to pay them all this money to show up at the White House. So when when Dan Henderson got injured when he was going against John Jones, and then John Jones refused to fight somebody else, and it was last minute.
Mm.
Um, they scrapped the whole card back then. It was a pay-per-view and everything. They just scrapped it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Nothing happened.
they've done it before. I don't foresee them trying to keep that card alive unless it's something where like something weird happened and then Trump still has like to say like, hey, yeah, we should definitely still do this card like in a month at the White House or in a month at this fucking place.
Hmm.
But other than Trump demanding it, fuck no, they'll scrap that shit faster than shit. It's probably more of a headache than anything trying to get these fights going, and get these
Well, yeah,
fighters cleared to be in the White House or whatever the fuck they got to do.
there's
Uh,
no way the UFC is making a profit on this unless Trump is personally paying them all out. Like there's no ticket sales. You have to be invited to the event. You probably got to pay to get clearance. Now he's got to pay the fighters, and we're talking about 5 to 8 champions. You know, it's a lot of money being put in for what seems to be not a lot coming out.
So when was Jones stuck in jail? Oh, every time. Yeah, I hope Derek Lewis gets a good knockout and fucking talks his shit, bro. That's the
Hell
main
yeah!
thing I hope for tomorrow. Let me see.
I think we're all hoping for that.
I had one more. I had a couple what ifs, but I had one more I wanted to go over. There's a lot of them. I was just so UFC fucking game based on a lot of my shit. Um,
That's been the focus for the last like week, bro. Everybody's getting heavy. Even me, I'm getting heavy back into it, which I swear I would never do.
what if? Okay, this is a what if that I believe that we need to discuss. What if the Paramount deal flops? What if like so far the weigh-ins and the stare downs, like I've seen a few like cool like things with that. They're doing new shit, but like
Mhm.
what if they like the production of it fucking fails? What if they're having problems with the fucking streaming like Netflix had before and a few other apps? You know, like does UFC like instantly start looking at another deal? You know what I mean? Like figuring out a way to get the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. That's a good question because I think they're locked into the contract, but I'm sure there's a grace period where if either one of them don't like what's happening, they can pull out from it. But then what happens with all the scheduled events? Like, how quickly can they make a deal with, say ESPN or Netflix or whoever to make sure that the rest of the fights are on there? Um,
Well, Dana White
it's
could
interesting.
always hook up the Rumble deal.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I honestly, from what I've seen, it looks like the Paramount deal is going to go good. The what if is there, but um, it looks promising. Tomorrow will be the test. Tomorrow will be the first true test. And similar to Netflix, I'm expecting it to flop. I'm not expecting it to go good.
Yeah, well, you said that they're gonna have multiple angles and shit. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing on Paramount Plus. If you go on the app, I think on your laptop or your computer or whatever, there was a thing that leaked from one of like the producers that showed this camera, that camera, ref camera. So that might be making a comeback. We're hopeful it's making a comeback. I'm hopeful it's making a comeback.
Yeah.
If I could watch every fight from the perspective of the ref, I would. I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's how fights should be watched.
The ref cam's usually trash.
Yeah, because of the quality of it, but upgrade the equipment a little bit.
Nah, they're no cameramen. But I do like being able to like have a small camera looking at the corner to see how they react. Like
I
just
like that
watching
too.
like like maybe a big main screen of the fight and then
Hell yeah.
each corner left and right just to kind of see how the coaches are what they're yelling. You can hear them better.
I'm here
That's what
for
I'm
it.
looking
I'm
for.
there for
That's
it.
what I'm hoping for.
It'd be better than listening to the commentary the whole time. Because sometimes that shit gets
Yeah,
ridiculous, bro.
halftime we tune that shit out even when we got the volume up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think that's it for us. I think that we got a good show in. I think that next week is going to be even better.
Hell yeah.
We dipped our toes in. Now we're gonna fucking dive into next week. Like I said, we wanted this week to fucking be amazing, great, and everything else. It only The only thing that matters is this tomorrow's card. If it's not good, then this week sucks. Don't listen to me. I'll depress you. But we've been waiting 6 weeks for this card. That's why it will depress a lot of us if this card sucks
Yeah.
tomorrow. We haven't waited this long for fights, especially fights like this, in such a long time. I'm telling you, I will go through fucking depression if the fights are boring and trash.
6 long weeks, bro. And this card tomorrow will definitely set the tone for the rest of the year.
Rampage said the Zuffa boxing's running smooth right now. That's on Paramount, huh?
Yeah, it's on Paramount, but one thing to note about that is that it's not going to have as many eyes as what tomorrow is.
Oh, of course.
I'm more
yeah.
talking, yeah. We're going to see how Paramount responds to, 2, 3, maybe 4 million people tuning in at the same time.
Yeah, and
I think numbers are going to be big.
I was looking up what times the fight start. 5:30, according to Google. 5:30 is the start time for the early prelims. But might be 6, might be 6:30, depending. Sometimes it just takes a while for them to get started. But yeah, if anybody wants to watch with us, you're watching now, and you feel that like you want to watch along with us, we'll be watching the Discord. Not everybody, not always everybody, but there's always a few of us in there. Sometimes we get bigger crowds for the big fights.
Hell yeah.
There's our Discord link if you want to join it. That's on the Twitch chat. Anything else you want to say before we end this thing? I almost called it shit, or the show.
Nothing in particular. Follow me on my socials, TJ Saunders MMA, pretty much everywhere but Twitter. Don't have Twitter. Never been into it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna like I've been saying it every podcast. I'm trying to get the motivation back to get into it. I'm starting a new job next week where hopefully, from what I've been hearing from the people that work there's a lot of opportunity to do that kind of stuff. They're not as strict about being on your phone and stuff like that. So I can do my research. I can put my stuff up. And last thing, my girlfriend bought it earlier. She wanted me to show it on stream. She got the Rizzler. It's not gonna because of the there we go. The Rizzler Arizona iced tea. She's all excited about it. Gonna try it here soon.
Didn't even know he had his own iced tea.
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah,
Should be all right.
Well, yeah, follow me on everything, and same with TJ. We're both trying to get off our feet on this. The 6-week break was probably good for us. Now we're ready to get back started. Look out for Discord, new sections in Discord to engage with us. And then follow us on all the social medias, man. The thing about it is these posts are a lot more fun when we have other people commenting and making other posts about it and shit. The engagement is what we're looking for. So we hope that we get an argument back and forth about a fight coming up. And I'm gonna be looking to try to make a couple memes for tomorrow to post some throughout the week about the fights. So follow me to look out for my cool memes I'm gonna make.
Yeah, if you think that our take is really stupid, then tell us in the comments that it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Don't just
And then we'll tell you
come
you're a
talk
fucking moron for even thinking we're stupid. And we can fight about it online. On UFC 5, PS5. So we look forward to seeing you next week. Be looking out for a post-fight show. I might go live if I have the time. Maybe Sunday we do like a post-fight early Sunday smoke sesh, That'll probably be the next time I'm live. But other than that, just hit us up in Discord. We will see you guys next week.